What is up, YouTube? Back at it again, another YouTube video. And obviously, today, by the time this video is uploaded, it is Thanksgiving. Today there are obviously, three NFL games, so I'll have my NFL predictions video up. Obviously, I thought it was anyways. So yeah, today's Thanksgiving. Obviously, before we start, I have Fortnite supporter creator code if you want to support me. I have to do it for DK. Yeah, but yeah, today's Thanksgiving by the time this video is uploaded, but today I'm recording it. Obviously, it's not. But anyways, by this today's Thanksgiving by the time this video is uploaded, like I already said, and everyone's saying, "Oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is so happy." No, Thanksgiving is a demonic holiday, satanic, and it supports the sin of gluttony. Anyways, let's today we are reviewing. I just got finished watching the Thanksgiving 2023 movie. I remember when I was working at my movie theater job. I remember in 2023 when this movie was out, I'd clean up the theater, and I saw like the scene that was after the credits wasn't really it was just like a blooper. So yeah, I was like, huh, that's interesting. And finally, after watching it, I was like, oh, yeah, that it had no freaking thing for the plot whatsoever. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, let's begin. So opens up in Plymouth, Massachusetts on this house, and we hear breathing. But as it turns out, it's no killer. It's just the deputy. It's just the sheriff of the police, and obviously we see there's this guy he's friends with, but the wife of that guy, it's hinted, and later on in the movie we'll get to that later. Um, right now it's hinted that they're seeing each other. So yeah. Anyways, so this guy, he's basically like this owner of this big, of this of like this Walmart type place. But it's like their own version of it. Pretty much, it's called Right Mart. Obviously, it's like pretty much a Walmart ripoff. So like they're having like this huge sale, which like they never open up on Thanksgiving night. They usually it's like the Black Friday sale. So obviously, people are like going crazy for it. Obviously, we see right here this, and obviously it's in Massachusetts. Um, so like there's like these the accents, which actually I thought I wouldn't like it, but the Boston accent is like one of my favorite accents to obviously, but yeah, anyways. Next we see the daughter of the guy who owns like the Walmart stuff. Her friends come over, and like her boyfriend and everything. Her boyfriend's actually like this hot shot like pitcher for like his high school. And I was like, he's gonna be a Dodger, but obviously later on in the movie, I don't think that's gonna be possible. Anyways, or maybe it is. Obviously, and then we see Addison Ray. Addison Ray. Now, I knew Addison Ray was already in this movie, which points to me when. Let's get sidetracked a little bit. Addison Ray did this promotion for this. She claims to be Christian, but she did this thing with Adidas with this Father, Son, and Holy Spirit bikini, and obviously that is just straight up blasphemy. And I fear that she blasphemed the Holy Spirit, and I think that's what mostly all these celebrities do. So obviously, anyways, so because blasphemy against the Holy Spirit is like is literally like the only unforgivable sin. So, anyways, let's get to the movie. So this hand sign. So basically, they go obviously since the daughter of the owner, she has like special access, so she goes through the back, and this guy is talking trash to one of the people. Is like, yeah, we getting in first, bro. And then they go in, they're having fun, and I saw this freaking why. I mean, I'm not appalled to it, but this movie came out in 2023, right? Russell Wilson wasn't even on the Seahawks in 2023. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was on the Broncos, right? Yeah, he was on the freaking Broncos. And then last year he was on the Steelers, and then this year he's on the Giants. So why are they selling Russell Wilson Seattle Seahawks jerseys in Boston in freaking Massachusetts in 2023. Anyway, so uh, let's continue. So they're having like this obviously, and then they're basically like showboating in the store to like the outside people, and like the people outside see is like, hey yo, what's the matter here? The freaking what do you mean they're in here? We can't go in there. And so one of the person gets the megaphone of the officer, Patrick Dempsey's character, and he says, "All right, the store's open," and everyone believes him. So they just bum rush the doors, but they're locked. So the daughter of the owner was like, "Just unlock it, just unlock it." And this was probably one of the biggest mistakes she probably would have ever made. Obviously, one eye symbolism. This is the wife of that, not the wife of the owner of the store, but the wife of the guy that we saw earlier. And we see her, crawling on the floor and stuff, and it does not end up good for her. Obviously, we see the sheriff see and like a ton of people like die in this, and obviously we see the sheriff be like he sees her, and obviously the husband who works there sees her also, and obviously they're both distraught because later on in the movie we'll know why and stuff. So yeah, and then so it's 1 year later. Obviously we see on here this is basically like their version of YouTube. 1 year later, and this is like one of the friends. His name is Evan. He has his own YouTube channel. He literally posted the video. He put "rip to the victims," and then at the end of the video, is like, freaking post that like subscribe button, put on post notification. I was like, no, there's no way. And so it's 1 year later, and like the right stuff are still they're like trying to like make amends. Like he's trying to like basically kind of forget it. Like later on in the movie, he basically said sorry to his daughter and stuff. But yeah, so next we see I should have found this suspicious. We'll get into later on. So we see, because this person is this person right here, right on the right, and she's like the owner, like the manager of like this like little coffee shop thing. So honestly, they had this playing on the TV. The the sheriff comes in, and like his new like deputy comes in. Oh man, like they're having like this Thanksgiving parade where everyone's gonna be like wearing like this John Carver mask. But yeah, and so like they're at this like little fair. Gabby, this is Gabby. I think this is Jessie. No, wait, what's her name? I kind of forgot. Um, and so like they're at this little carnival thing, and obviously, news goes around. Wait, hold on. I might be. Oh yeah. So they're just trying to because she shows him like the videos like, oh, I thought we were already past that or whatever. And then so like I mentioned the Bobby, he actually like his arm got stepped on, and like his like forearm and stuff got like broken. It was pretty gnarly. And obviously he can't play basketball, I mean baseball no more, until like he gets healed and stuff. So there's this character named Ryan and his roommate, um who like Ryan has like this crush on the daughter. I'm trying to pull up her name. And obviously we see, symbolism right here. Anyways, next, they're at like this like little like the same coffee shop, like lunch place, and like they all get tagged in a Instagram post by the John Carver. He has 0 followers obviously and stuff, and they don't notice yet, but they all their names are on here. So we'll get into that later as well. And so Ryan, he's like not really liked among the group, but he wins them over by getting tickets to the Steelers and Patriots game on Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure it's on Thanksgiving, or maybe it's like a different day. But yeah, but it's the Patriots and Steelers game. And so we see this. Obviously, we see her, and if you look closely, there's the killer right there. And so she gets killed, and news goes around and stuff, and like they realize that their names are on the thing of the tag post and stuff, and they also get tagged again in another post with like the half of the body of that one woman. Oh yeah, her name is Jessica. So all right, yeah, yeah. Oh, so yeah. So the right. So he's basically saying that it doesn't matter. We're gonna stay open. We're gonna keep the store open and stuff. And this guy Chad, he's basically playing the girls, saying, "Oh, and this is why I will never, ever, ever celebrate Thanksgiving ever again." That is basically how he said that. And so obviously they cancel. So there's like those two characters, this cheerleader girl and like this other kid from another school who Evan like punch and stuff. And like they go to rival schools, and so they're about to play a football game, but it's canceled. So Evan and Gabby like go back. He gets changed. It's like, and so when they were coming back, he was like, "Huh, that's weird." And then freaking I Loki got jump scared at this point. The John Carver character, the John Carver killer, basically chloroforms them, takes them away, and Jessica's waiting for them inside the school, and she's, "Hey yo, where they at?" She texts them, tries to go to see, tries to find them, and obviously she's almost killed right here, or basically almost taken out because obviously the killer does not want to kill him yet. So she's hiding inside this room with all these heads, and obviously when I said listen, and she gets away. She tells like the officers and stuff, and like these two are basically like in a love triangle because like Bobby the ex and then the current boyfriend Ryan, and then Jessica's like, I don't want to see either of you. I don't want to see either of you. Stop it, guys. And then let's see, Skull and Bones reference. Anyways, so fast forward. Scuba. This character's name is Scuba, and his girlfriend Yulia. I didn't realize, but she is Russian in the movie. When her dad comes and pick her up, I was like, oh shoot, dang, that's. I like the dad character. I like the dad character a lot. Even though he was only in the movie for like what, a minute. So what's it called? So they go to this party that this guy named McCarty um this guy named McCarty is holding for like high schoolers and stuff. He's like 30 years old. He's basically throwing a high school party, but he's 30. But he's not anything weird. Basically they go to the party. Scuba gets a gun from him, and like they FaceTime. Obviously he FaceTimes his girlfriend, and basically he's like, "Hey yo, uh, call me when you're in the car or whatever." And there's like the police officer in her house, but he gets taken out obviously, and then the dad gets taken out, and then the freaking she gets freaking put on like one of those like um shoot, what are they, sawmills? Are they called sawmills? Like those saws that are electric on a table. Shoot, I'm trying to think of the name. I know you guys would know what I mean. She basically gets killed, but then like the John Carver killer shows that Evan and Gabby are still alive on like the phone on FaceTime with them in the room. So he takes off, and obviously Scuba doesn't know how to use a gun because it was on safety and stuff. So like, so yeah, and then they're all contemplating and debating if they should go forward with the parade. At first, they said no, let's not do it, and then Jessica says, "Why not? I don't want to have to look over my shoulder my entire life. Let's try and get this guy while we still can." And so I was like, you know what? We're gonna go with the parade, and then this guy. Obviously, we see the signs and symbols, yeah. Anyways, McCarty is like saying he gives Jessica this like little ring thing, and as we find out, it's very useful. So basically, they're having this parade. There's like a ton. There's like obviously different people with the John Carver mask on and stuff. Is like, okay, who's the real one? And then there's just this random clown. I was like, it didn't register to me until this moment. I was like, wait a minute, why was there a random clown there? And then this moment happened. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Freaking this clown just freaking chops off the head of this guy who was also involved, who was like also in the in that little like uh right mark thingy. This is also like he's also going after the killer's going after pretty much everyone involved who had anything like bad to deal with in that like little stampede murder thing. And so this guy was, and like he got his head chopped off. And so like they get taken captive, they get taken to like this house, but from early in the movie, this house is like vandalized and stuff, and it's the John Carver house. So this is like the basement, and this is like the stepmom of Jessica. So she's like on this table. This guy's like basically like basting her up to like put her in the oven, and obviously, she there's like a little fight. There's like a little fight thing, but the John Carver killer gets her, and there was like a little hints to say that it was gonna be this guy named Bobby because he was a baseball player. I kind of was like, wait a minute, is it actually him? But it was actually a different character, which I was like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense after watching Transformers: Dark of the Moon. You'll know who. You'll know why. So basically, she gets cooked, and like obviously, Evan gets killed. But that little ring thing that she got, it was like this little knife thing. So she like cuts off the little like restraints, like the rope restraints that she was in. She passes it over to Scuba because they're right next to each other. He does the same thing. He gets out. They have a little fight thingy. They have like a little like fight scene. They get away, and then Scuba gets like like slashed with the slash with the axe, but he doesn't die. He's fine at the end of the movie. So far. But yeah, so they get taken to the hospital. Jessica tells the police where they are. So they get taken to the hospital, but like no one knows where the John Carver killer and like Jessica ran away to. And this is important. So when they were running, they got like these like little sticker weed plants. I know what they are, because like I kind of like have them like near my home. Like these like little sticker weeds. And if you know what they are, they're pretty annoying. They easily get on your shoes, on your clothes. You have to like take them off, and they're pretty prickly, and it's pretty annoying. So basically, he gets some on his shoe and pant thing, but he doesn't realize. So they go to this little thing, and it looks like it is Bob. It is in fact Bobby, because what's it called? There's the John Carver killer like guy goes into like this little warehouse, and sheriff is like knocked out with like a tire iron, and so there's like a little like talking with the sheriff and like the deputy and saying, all right, I'll take you to the hospital after you're like done doing whatever. The deputy and then the detective go off, and this is like okay, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So it turns out the sheriff is actually the killer because at the bottom of his feet and his pants, there's the little sticker plant stuff, and on Jessica's like pant things, there's also those, and so she realizes, and it's like, oh shoot. But she took the phone that was Bobby's, and she was live streaming his confession. And so there's like a little skirmish. Bobby comes in, helps, and then like they get away, and like early in the movie, it was pointed out that she was like taught how to like load a musket, and she does it basically, and like she puts gas in this inflatable thing. She shoots it, it explodes, and the day is supposedly saved, but they said that nobody could survive that. Everything was incinerated, even though they showed the inflatable thing still like in pieces. So, and I just looked. I guess like they're planning a sequel. So I don't think he's actually dead, guys. And she was like, how? And also Jessica was having like this little nightmare thing. And so yeah, I don't think that the sheriff is actually dead. Not yet. So I'm pretty sure that's what will be in the sequel. I have no idea when that's gonna come out though. Probably like be couple, like 3 4 years, like 2 3 4 years. But yeah, this was Thanksgiving. This movie was like all over the place, kind of a little bit. It definitely picked up in the second half of the movie though. Do I think it's a bad movie? It's not great. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's like a dumb fun movie a little bit. So yeah, obviously I'll just say as simple as anything. Anyways, obviously, this video is coming out on Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has a safe Thanksgiving. And obviously, don't like celebrate Thanksgiving, to be honest, because it celebrates the one of the seven deadly sins, gluttony. So I mean, yeah, that's why on Thanksgiving, I mean, obviously my family celebrates it, but I really don't. So I'm not gonna eat a whole lot, even though I'm gonna be honest, I've been eating a lot of candy recently, and obviously I threw a ton of weight. So, but oh gosh, I realized my mistake and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, please like, subscribe, comment. This has been the review for Thanksgiving. I if I were to give it I'm gonna put my review for Letterbox. I'm just gonna I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. But yeah, I should have put it at the end of this video. Oh well. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, on post notifications, and God bless you, Suzy.